Diwali is often called the Festival of Lights, a time for family and friends to come together, a time for good food, rangoli, and lighting up diyas. For the Indian stock market too, Diwali plays a very special and symbolic role. Traditionally, stockbrokers started their new year on the day of Diwali and performed the Chopda Pujan or worshipped their books of accounts on Diwali. Also, one special event which differentiates the Indian stock markets from the rest is Muhurat Trading. It's an auspicious stock market trading session usually carried out for about an hour on the day of Diwali, which is practiced to commemorate the start of the new Samvat or New Year. According to beliefs, people trading during Muhurat trading have a better chance of earning wealth and gaining prosperity throughout the year. In the Bombay Stock Exchange, the Muhurat trading session started way back in 1957, while for the National Stock Exchange, it began in 1992. As Muhurat trading has become an age-old tradition of the Indian markets, let's travel across time and witness how the markets performed and also understand how the changes in India and the world impacted the markets. We start our journey from the year 2008. That was a year when the world was going through a global financial crisis. The US was facing a massive subprime mortgage crisis, leading to the global financial conglomerate Lehman Brothers declaring bankruptcy. Amidst the international turmoil, India was one of the least affected countries. Hence, the 2008 Muhurat trading session took everyone by surprise and turned out to be probably the best Muhurat trading performance. The Sensex climbed a whopping 5.8% in the 1-hour session, which made international investors realize the value of investing in the Indian markets. From 2008, let's move to 2013, which was the year of a slowdown. India's GDP growth from the preceding average annual growth of around 8% had now slipped to the 5% range. Still, amidst this slowdown, that year's Muhurat trading performance was very interesting. At the end of the session, the Sensex was up 0.2%, while the Nifty was up 0.1%.
The index is closed in absolutely flat. It may be just theoretical, but we have reason to rejoice.
Moving to 2014, it was the election year, and amidst charged campaigning and media attention, the results were announced. The BJP government took power, led by Prime Minister Modi. Moreover, a few months later, the rising Indian basket crude oil price, which peaked at $109 in June 2014, started falling and hit $86.8 in October. That year, with optimism and expectations from the new government and a drop in crude prices, the Muhurat trading session ended on a positive note and the Sensex was up 0.24% while the Nifty increased 0.2%. In 2015, India's growth rate improved, while the government's push for FDI while liberalizing norms in 15 sectors was also welcomed by the market. That year, the Nifty and the Sensex ended up 0.5%.
The Samvat year gone by, which is 2071, was a disappointing year. It was a year of hope and hype. Markets had run up ahead of expectations and then the huge reality check sinked in. Do you think we are starting the year with low expectations and with a promise that it could be a better year?
Yeah, so that's the best way to start a year.
Moving to 2016, the Muhurat trading was driven by global cues. It was the year of the US presidential elections, and in June of that year, that 52% of the UK voters voted to leave the EU. The political uncertainty impacted FII flows in the markets. That year on Muhurat trading, the Sensex was flat, but the mid-cap index ended 0.5% higher, while the small-cap index ended higher by 1%. A couple of weeks after this Muhurat trading in 2016, a special announcement was made by the Prime Minister on the 8th of November. 500 and 1000 rupee notes were demonetized, which was nearly 85% of the cash in circulation. In 2017, single GST was replaced by numerous state taxes. Moreover, reforms like RERA in the housing sector and recapitalization of the public sector banks made Indian markets deliver one of the best returns in 2014. In 2017, the US and European stock markets impacted Muhurat Trading. All the global cues led to the 2017 Muhurat Trading session start on a weak note.
The kind of trading or Muhurat trading day we were hoping and anticipating, but there is no rule book which says that the Muhurat trading day has to be in the green. It's about natural alignment with the global cues, and globally if you're a trader, you would say, look, global markets are down, tomorrow is a holiday. Does it make sense for me to go with open position?
This turned out to be one of the weakest performances. In 2018, the midterm elections in the US failed to bring any negative surprises while crude oil prices stabilized. That year, the Muhurat trading session regained its positive trend.
So let's begin by telling you what exactly is Sahi, what is safe. And Sahi is really, don't be scared of this fall, this volatility.
In 2019, the BJP secured a landslide victory with PM Modi sworn in for a second term. The Muhurat trading session ended 0.5%. In 2020, the world around us changed. Amidst COVID fears, the Sensex crashed 8% 12th of March, and the biggest one-day fall was seen in absolute terms. Industrial activity declined, GDP was heavily impacted. However, the fall started seeing a reversal. In the Muhurat trading session of 2020, the Sensex closed in the green. In 2021, the world started to normalize, and on Muhurat trading day, the positive trend continued.
Yesterday, Ravi, we were at a shoot with Mr. Jhunjhunwala and Shraddha Kapoor, and she asked Mr. Jhunjhunwala what should be the future return. He said 15 to 20% in next 2 to 3 years is a reasonable possibility, not a probability. And my first reaction was, "Arey wah, matlab stock market mein 2-3 saal अच्छे लगते हैं." Can that be the big message, Ravi, for our viewers and investors, that we've put a 50%, 60% kind of a return on an average portfolio, but next 2-3 years, a double-digit CAGR return is not a probability, but it is a possibility.
Looking back at this journey, here's something you must know. Muhurat trading has been positive for the markets since 2013, and there have been just 2 instances when the broader markets closed in the red. Muhurat trading is not a mere trading session. For many, it's a belief of symbolism and optimism for a better future. Therefore, it's important for investors and traders to understand this uniqueness and optimism which is ingrained in the Indian markets. We hope your future trading will also be filled with optimism and prosperity.
Almost 200 points higher, 17,743 is where we're shutting shop.